So, hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. I'm Samuel Wright, and I'm here at Croft Park for this FA Cup second qualifying round encounter between National League North side Blyth Spartans and, of course, Bradford Park Avenue. The second qualifying round of the FA Cup, of course. Bradford Park Avenue won at concert a couple of weeks ago to earn their place here, and they are playing Blyth Spartans currently sits 6th in the National League North. Had a very good start to the season. Won every game at home at Croft Park so far. 5 wins and 4 defeats so far for them in the National League North, sitting 6th in the table. As for Bradford Park Avenue, they'll be hoping to get a much-needed away victory. Obviously, it is the Cup, and you don't get 3 points for an away win here, but at least it'll be something to build momentum with. The last game at concert was also away. Bradford Park Avenue have a good record away at Blyth Spartans, so they've won their last 3 visits here in Northumberland. It was 1-0 last season, the first away win of last season in October 25th, 2022. The goal scorer was ironically Jacob Blyth, scoring in Blyth, of course, and in March 2022 it was a 3-1 win for Bradford Park Avenue, and back in August 2018 a 2-1 win. The last defeat here for Park Avenue was 3-0 back in February 2018. So I will run you through the teams then. We will start with our hosts, Blyth Spartans. Goalkeeper Alex Mitchell, Michael Liddell, Joe Oliver, Finn Cousin-Dawson, currently on loan from Bradford City, Jack Bodenham, Jordan Hickey, Jonathan Hopper, Jonathan O'Donnell, Elliot Forbes, Cedric Main, and Will McGoylan. I think I just about pronounced that one right. The bench for the hosts as well: Harrison Clark, Charlie Aitken, John Shaw, Michael Hogan, Oscar Hartley, and Harry Arneson. And Bradford Park Avenue line up with a goalkeeper with George Sykes, Ken Worthy, Lucas Dunstan, Jack Whiting, Mitch Lund, Gianluca Havern, Will Lancaster, Harry Colville, Jamie Spencer, Brad Doherty, Jordan Preston, and Will Longbottom. The bench of Zach Kersey, Dan King, Janedu Osadebi, Joel Lawty, Lewis Hay, and Ollie Johnson. Promises to be a very good game, of course. Blyth Spartans have a fantastic home record so far this season. 12 goals scored in their first 4 home games, 100% record, but they've only won 2 in their last 9 meetings against Bradford Park Avenue. But one of them wins was a crucial one at the Horsefall Stadium back in February. It was a 1-0 win there for Blyth. But other than that, though, Bradford Park Avenue have a great record here, and they'll be hoping to continue that in this game. But has been a brilliant start, admittedly, for the hosts as well. Of course, Bradford Park Avenue were beaten last week at FC United of Manchester by 2-0. Their away form in the league has been pretty poor for a long time now, but they did get that win in the FA Cup, that 2-0 win away at concert. And of course, the manager I will tell you about for Blyth Spartans as well, Graham Fenton, is the manager. Took over in August 2022, 13 months ago. He's also managed North and South Shields up this end of the country as well, and has actually had some success, to be fair to me. He has won some stuff while he's been there. The FA Vase back in 2015, and also he's won the Northern Premier League Division 1 as well in 17-18, and the Northern League in 16-17. So he certainly had some success, Graham Fenton, around this sort of region, and he is the manager of Blyth Spartans at the moment. Spent 6 years as a player at Blyth Spartans as well, from 2003 up until 2009. So he knows this area very well. Played for Aston Villa in the Premier League as well in the 90s. So certainly has been an Aussie. Talking about FA Cup records as well, Bradford Park Avenue have not gone past this round since the 2018-19 season. That's the last time they actually got to the 3rd qualifying round, 4 years ago now. So a long time ago, 5 years ago, my apologies. 5 years since they got past this round. And as for Blyth Spartans, well, last season they went to the 4th qualifying round, only losing in a replay to now League 2 side Wrexham. We all know the events at Wrexham in the past year or so as well, the progression of the club. Blyth Spartans got a draw with Wrexham here, and then they went to Wales and were beaten very unluckily, only narrowly as well. And they actually played Birmingham City, Championship club Birmingham City, back in 2014-15 in the 3rd round of the FA Cup as well. They actually also reached the 5th round back in, I believe it was 1978. They reached the 5th round of the FA Cup. So they certainly know Blyth Spartans. They do have a good history in this competition. Bradford Park Avenue haven't reached the first round proper since the 2012-13 season. The teams are not yet out, by the way. We are at 1 minute to freeze. We're still awaiting the arrivals of both teams to come out onto the field. And here we go now. As you can hear around me, the cheers have started. And it does mean that we are now awaiting. Bradford Park Avenue are in their red kit. And Blyth Spartans playing in their very nice green and white kit, in my opinion. I'll let you judge that for yourself when you maybe watch the highlights or are watching the game live. But I'll let you judge that yourself. But I'm a big fan of this kit. And this promises to be a very interesting encounter. Of course, Blyth Spartans had a great run in this competition last season, getting to the 4th qualifying round and only narrowly losing to now League 2 side Wrexham. As for Bradford Park Avenue, again, their recent history in this competition has not been good. They've not reached the 3rd qualifying round in 5 years, as both teams exchange handshakes in the centre circle. The referee today, by the way, is Elliot Swallow, with the assistance of Stephen Burkett and Conor Ledgway. I will give you updates on Bradford City, who take on Harrogate Town in League 2. And it's about to get underway here in Northumberland. Blyth Spartans versus Bradford Park Avenue in the FA Cup 2nd qualifying rounds. Bradford Park Avenue won here 11 months ago by a 1-0. They've won on their last 3 visits to Blyth, but Blyth got a very important win at the Horsefall Stadium back in February. A game which really contributed to Park Avenue's relegation from the National League North. As the players are just about nearly ready to go here at Croft Park. I think there is going to be, there might be a minute's silence or a minute's applause as both players are coming towards the centre circle. Blyth Spartans, though, what a fantastic home record they have. They've had a brilliant start to the season in the National League North. Currently sitting 6th in the table. Been scoring for fun at times as well, Blyth Spartans. Again, 12 goals in their opening 4 home games. However, their away record, they've lost 4 of their 5 away games. So they do love their home comforts, Blyth Spartans. As for Park Avenue, both of their wins this season in the league have been at home against Morpeth Town and Ilkeston Town, respectively. They were beaten last weekend 2-0 by FC United of Manchester. I don't think there is going to be a minute's silence. My apologies. Both captains are currently in the centre circle, exchanging handshakes. Well, they're not exchanging handshakes just yet. They're having a bit of a talk, so we're just seeing which way they want to kick, I guess. We will wait and see, but this promises to be hopefully a very entertaining game of football in the FA Cup 2nd qualifying round here at Croft Park, Northumberland. It's quite a cold September afternoon. We are in the middle of September, but in the north of England, of course, as we know, the cold temperatures might start a little bit earlier than everywhere else. So, see Mark Bauer just quite far below at the moment, Mark Bauer. And it will be Park Avenue, I believe, to kick us off in a moment as Blyth Spartans have a huddle in their own half. And Park Avenue just having a kick around with the ball at the moment. I've already run you through the lineups, but if you are just joining me, I'll do that again. So for Blyth Spartans, goalkeeper Alex Mitchell, and the outfield players Michael Liddell, Joe Oliver, Finn Cousin-Dawson, Jack Bodenham, Jordan Hickey, Jonathan Hopper, Jonathan O'Donnell, Elliot Forbes, Cedric Main, and Will McGollion. As for Park Avenue, Sites Kenworthy, Lucas Dunstan, Jack Whiting, Mitch Lund, Gianluca Havern, Will Lancaster, Harry Colville, Jamie Spencer, Brad Doherty, Jordan Preston, and Will Longbottom. And breathe. We're about to get underway. So we're nearly underway here at Croft Park. Jordan Preston will kick us off. And he does kick us off. And Bradford Park Avenue get us underway in Northumberland, a ground where they've got a very good record at. Won on their last 3 visits. As an early ball goes forward, it's headed away. It will be kept in. And now Bradford Park Avenue can go back to George Sites Kenworthy. Early possession for the visitors, but we have only played a few short minutes, I should say. As the ball early on goes out of play. And Blyth Spartan fans around me certainly getting well up for an early on. As Lucas Dunstan, returning from his suspension after the red card against Guiseley, takes the throw up towards Doherty, who controls it well, but his touch, though, will be took back to the goalkeeper from Bodenham, who plays it forward. It's headed away, up in the air by Havern, and that will then be headed back by Spencer, who goes back. And now here is Dunstan on the ball. He goes back to Gianluca Havern, who then plays it forward. My apologies, that was actually Will Lancaster, as he plays one forward. That will run through to Alex Mitchell. Early stages of the game. Alex Mitchell, joined from Annan Athletic back in 2021. Scottish club Annan Athletic. And of course, an outfield player, Finn Cousin-Dawson, currently on loan from League 2 side Bradford City. That's a nice turn round the corner. That was by Jonathan Hooper, but the ball then is given away. Sorry, I've been pronouncing Hooper. It is actually Hooper, not Hopper. My apologies for the mispronunciation in the lineups. As the ball's now worked out to Jack Whiting playing at left back in this game. Jack Whiting, not his usual centre-back role. He's done in the number 3 shirt. And the ball now is with Jack Bodenham. And he goes out to Michael Liddell. Plays one forward, nice touch off, and they could be in behind here, the hosts. There could be an early opportunity. Taken into the air, that's a really good challenge. Gianluca Havern comes across, makes a really good challenge in the end. Mitch Lund actually was. Mitch Lund came across, he timed that challenge to perfection. It was actually good play by, I believe it was Cedric Main. He got in behind, took the touch away from Dunstan, approached the penalty area. Really good challenge in the end. Though that was actually by Mitch Lund who made the challenge, and it goes for a corner. Corner going to be taken. It's going to be an outswinger from the left-hand side from where I'm sitting. It's actually going to be taken short. He gets it back, the corner taker. Can't quite see who it is, but the ball's played in. That's good defending, actually. Good defending in the end by Colville, who clears away. And Preston now might chase down. In the end, that's well headed away. But Preston gets it back, though, and Preston does well. He finds Colville. Long bottom. 4 goals so far this season for him. Ball played over the top. Doherty tries to reach it. He can't quite, and it's going to be then headed away. And Park Avenue. Blyth Spartans, managed to clear. Not a convincing one, though, and it was headed away by Finn Cousin-Dawson. That will run out for a throw-in to Park Avenue. First attack of the game in the FA Cup. Second qualifying round. Did go for the host, but that was a really good challenge in the end of it, though. Touch maybe did. The touch actually maybe by Cedric Main might have just given enough encouragement perhaps to Mitch Lund to come across and get there. Maybe a bit of a heavy touch. As Park Avenue in possession now. And it's in possession of Gianluca Havern. Goes back to Kenworthy under a bit of pressure. Clears away well, though. And that's headed on from a Dunstan. But that's right into the middle of the park. And only a Blyth Spartans player is there. And that Blyth Spartans player is Jordan Hickey. And the ball's played down the line again. That's a really nice touch, actually, by Cedric Main. Brilliant from him. Cedric Main goes on. Plays one through to Hooper. Hooper, is he onside? He is. Ball's cut back. Cross comes in from Liddell. That's not the greatest cross, though. It's out of play for a goal kick. Really good play from Cedric Main. He's looked a handful early on. We've only played a few minutes here at Croft Park, but Cedric Main on that left-hand side looking lively early on. A couple of nice, neat touches. Played the ball through to Jonathan Hooper. I keep saying Hooper, my apologies. And then he cuts it back to Michael Liddell, but his cross, though, in truth, never really troubling. Goes out of play. This is a ground where Park Avenue have a great record. They've won their last 3 league visits here, of course. The last time was 11 months ago. 1-0 on a Tuesday evening as Preston controls it. Good ball played up to him. But in the end, though, Whiting might lose out. That's good play, actually, from Blyth Spartans, who played good triangles to get out of there. Good play by Doherty, who wins it back, though. The number 9. And Doherty goes forward. This could be an encouraging break here. Doherty goes on, goes to play it through. Oh, you saw the idea from Doherty. It was a good idea. The ball played through, though. Wasn't quite able to reach his man. His man was Harry Colville. It was a bit too heavy, the ball, but that's good play from Doherty either way. Here's Colville now. Colville to a Dunstan. A Dunstan having his shirt pulled there, but he still keeps possession. Spencer. That's a crunching challenge, but a good challenge according to the referee. Hooper now has it, and Hooper goes out wide. Here is Main. Main with a good ball across. This could be an opportunity. Has that hit his hand? The referee says it has. It was a Blyth Spartans player who controlled the ball in the area, but it actually bounced up and hit his hand. I'm not sure which player it was. I think it might well have been Elliot Forbes. He took the touch and then it bounced up and just hit him on the arm, unfortunately. It's a really strong challenge there, actually, from Jordan Hickey on his fellow number 8 Spencer in the middle of the park. And the referee saw nothing wrong with it. Cedric Main played a really good ball into the area. It was controlled, but in the end, it never quite came to anything as the ball's played forward now, and that will actually be chased by Whiting, but it goes back to the goalkeeper, Alex Mitchell. Hooper goes to control it. And there's a good play now. Liddell, good play from Liddell. Goes out to Main on the left-hand side. Main, oh, it's a good challenge, though. Really good challenge, in fact, by... The challenge was actually by Will Lancaster. He was then challenged by Main, and he gives away a free kick. Good play by Lancaster, though. Immediately on Main in a flash. Main currently tying his shoelace. He's been a real bright spot for the host so far, Cedric Main. Lancaster, it will be to take the free kick just inside the Park Avenue half. Lancaster looking for his options. He's not sure he's going to go to. He plays it forward It's out to the left to Whiting. Good ball, actually. Is it? Oh, no, a bit too heavy. Whiting heads. Does he keep it in, though? No, no, he doesn't. It is a goal kick. He just about kept it in, but he got his head to it and took the ball out of play for a goal kick in the end. It's nearly 7 minutes played here at Croft Park. FA Cup second qualifying round. Blyth Spartans, who had a great run in this competition last season. Say, great run. They made it to the fourth qualifying round and were beaten by now League Two side Wrexham. As for Bradford Park Avenue, they've not reached the third qualifying round. The next stage since 2018-19 is on the ball now. Blyth Spartans, good ball played forward towards Forbes, who controls it well. It's good play, he cuts it back. That was really good. It's actually O'Donnell who controlled it, my apologies. He really took that out the air well. As Blyth Spartans come out, O'Donnell, good play. And an offside flag goes up just about. That was a good line kept, it's got to be said, by the visitors in the end. Really good play, actually, O'Donnell. Played it round the corner. I think it might well have been to the fullback, Joe Oliver, he played it to, and he was just offside. Might have gone a little bit too early. It's hard to tell from up here, but either way, Park Avenue have the ball now. A free kick for the visitors. Mark Bauer's side won their last 3 visits to this stadium, a ground they enjoy visiting. However, I do not want to be cursed with the commentator and jinx the record, it's fair to say. Ball played over the top now. That was towards Dunstan, the goalkeeper, though. Mitchell will happily let that run through to him. And he takes them out as Lancaster, who looks to be playing in more of a back 3, Lancaster, in this game, actually. Park Avenue seem to be operating more with a back 3, from what I can see. And the ball now is with Bodenham. And Bodenham looking for his options. He goes back to his fellow centre-back, Joe Oliver. Actually, Finn Cousin Dawson, my apologies, of course, playing centre-back. The Blyth Spartans was often used as the right-back at Bradford City. Ball played forward from Bodenham. That's good control by Hooper. And that's going to be headed away, though, by Lancaster. And Dunstan keeps it in. Only as far as Main. Well, Main gets it back. Good play, this. And now it's going to be played out by Elliot Forbes to Oliver. And now Blyth Spartans will work it all the way back to their own goalkeeper. Yes, they will. Ball's back with Mitchell. They've been free scoring at home this season, Blyth Spartans. 12 goals scored in their opening 4 games. 100% record here at Croft Park. They've enjoyed the home comfort so far this season as Mitchell takes his time on the ball. And the possession is now with Michael Liddell. And it's Preston who nearly closes him down. And, well, Preston nearly got on that, actually. A bit frustrated with himself that he never, in the end. And now Blyth Spartans in possession. Oh, and that's a poor touch from Main, actually. And that's given away. Doherty, can he get there? He does, and he wins his side a free kick. Doherty got the first touch in there. He was brought down. He was clipped, actually, by Elliot Forbes. Good play from Doherty. Short play, but not the first time in the game from the winger Doherty. He's actually a man down here for Park Avenue, though. On the other side of the field, well, Doherty's down as well, but that was only due to the being fouled. And the physio now comes onto the field for Park Avenue. I can't quite see who is down from where I am, but it's a long way away. But there's a man down for Park Avenue early on. This is not good. Mark Bauer, of course, has players suspended recently. A couple of injuries creeping in as well. Not what you really want at this stage, of course. Park Avenue. Of course, they're trying to see now. And the still a man down at the moment. And Park Avenue will be hoping to... yeah, seriously, that's actually Jack Whiting who is down. I do confirm it is Jack Whiting, playing at left back, of course. Not his natural position. He's been ordered to go off the field. He is back to his feet, is the good news, but he's having to go off the field now. Again, Blyth Spartans have had has been a fantastic start to the season for Blyth Spartans at home, at least. Currently sitting in the playoffs. Mark Bauer just below me. I think they're going to make a change, Park Avenue. Actually, in a moment, Whiting is walking around. They're going to have to make a change. And there are Blyth Spartan fans around me are asking them to get on with it. Chinedu Osadibe is the man, I think, who's warming up. It is Chinedu Osadibe. Longbottom takes the free kick, and it's just missed, actually, in the end. It was actually London who nearly got his head to it, but even if he did, it was a long way from goal. In the end, it goes out. Lucas the Dunstan, Park Avenue fans for the first time in the game, making some noise from what I can hear anyway. Dunstan going to take a throw deep inside the Blyth half. Dunstan to take it. And Dunstan it's going to be. I'm not sure when he's going to take this throw in, but eventually he will. Looking for the options. He does take it and he gets it back. Dunstan, a chance to cross maybe. He goes back to Spencer. Spencer now goes back himself. And that's played forward by Spencer, sorry, but that's going to be cleared away. Spencer wins it back. Preston. Dunstan plays it forward, but that will be dealt with by Bodenham. And there's Preston now who gets it. Good play from Preston. He goes down the line to Dunstan. Preston behind him for support. He goes inside. That's a good ball inside to Spencer. Can't control in the end, though, and that's going to be cleared away. Nice touch as well. Really nice touch, actually, by Main. And Cedric Main elevates away. That's excellent play. And Main, in the end, runs into his man. And there's another man down here. Cedric Main just lost control of the ball in the end, but I must admit, the sharpness of Main's turns have been very impressive in this game. He's a player to watch for Blyth Spartans, Cedric Main. Really impressive. On loan from York City, the 26-year-old. He really has been bright in this game so far, as Dunstan has it now. The man coming on, actually, for Bradford Park Avenue. I can just confirm to you now, it's not going to be Chinedu Wasadebe, as I might have originally thought. It's actually going to be Lewis Hay, who's going to come on. As the ball's played upfield by Sats Kenworthy, that's headed away. It's controlled well in the middle of the park. Is that a foul? It is a foul. The foul was committed there by Mitch Lund on Jonathan O'Donnell. O'Donnell turn in the middle of the pot. The substitute comes now. Lewis Hay is going to come on for Bradford Park Avenue. Unfortunately, Jack Whiting's afternoon is over earlier than he'd have wanted to, than anyone would have wanted to. But playing as a left back in this game, already coming off, is going to be Lewis Hay to come onto the field. He is walking on now. His first involvement might be to defend this Blyth Spartans free kick. He might well be taken by Jordan Hickey. Jordan Hickey over the ball. A potentially dangerous position this for Park Avenue. It's going to be taken by Hickey. It's going to be headed out, though, in the end by Spencer. The ball's still retrieved, though. Played in. Is that going to be a corner? It spins for a throw-in. Dunstan made the block. It's going to be a throw-in deep inside the Park Avenue half. Michael Liddell coming across to take it for the hosts. Not too much in terms of goal mouth chances so far. That's Croft Park, but an entertaining game nonetheless, as the throw-in is going to be taken by Liddell. And Liddell takes it short, and then gets it back, and then plays it into Main. Nice sharp turn from him. And now Park, they have it. Oh, it's in the end cleared. It's that offside flag has actually gone up against. It was actually against Will McGolly, who knew the offside flag went up against, and the fans around me didn't understand why. It did seem very tight. I must admit, the ball was cleared away anyway from Park Avenue, so it matters very little. And just to remind you all, actually, if this game does end in a draw, Blyth Spartans are yet to draw a game this season, so that likely is not, according to the records, that's likely not to happen. The replay will be at the Horsefall Stadium on Monday evening. So this game were to end in a draw. Blyth Spartans don't do draws this season, though. 5 wins, 4 losses. That's been their record so far. Their first FA Cup game, of course, they entered the second qualifying round. That's well controlled by Hooper. Good play from him, and he turns away, and he plays the good ball in as well. And this is O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes out to Main, and Main, can't control it. The ball's a little bit behind Cedric Main, admittedly, but in the end, he just couldn't control it. It bounced us off his foot and goes out for a throw-in. And Cedric Main not quite able to get there. And here is Spencer, who plays it forward. Preston over the top, but that's going to be dealt with well by Cousin Dawson. Doherty then controls. Really nice close control from the number 9, but has the ball won off him in the end. And the host Blyth Spartans dominating possession largely. Have the ball. Cedric Main there wanted the ball, and you just heard him let out a scream that he didn't get it. He set off on his bike, but wasn't quite able to. Wasn't played to him, in fact. As Blyth Spartans come forward again. Ball now on the right-hand side. Can they play one in? They do. It's too deep for everyone, though. Coming in, I believe, might well have been Jordan Hickey, who was coming in from the cross on the right-hand side, but the ball was way too far ahead of him and goes out for a goal kick. But Dunstan was there anyway. Dunstan and Sykes Kenworthy between them happily saw that one out. So we are around about 16 and a half minutes in at Croft Park. And say at the Horsefall Stadium then, but we are, of course, away for this FA Cup second qualifying round tie. Of course, Blyth Spartans had a rather famous run in this competition back in 2014-15, facing Championship side Birmingham City, and reached the 5th round back in 1978 as well. As the ball's now played back, it will be cleared away by Mitchell, and Main controls it. It's charged down by a Dunstan, but he does well there, Main. Really good play from him. Played out to Liddell. Liddell then goes in field to Hickey. Plays one across. It's a good ball. Oh, in the end, the header back, though. Not quite on the same wavelength in the end. I think it was Joe Oliver and O'Donnell who weren't quite on the same wavelength, and it goes out for a throw into Park Avenue. So 16.5 minutes, and not really too much to report on at Croft Park. Still 0-0. Not really much in terms of goal-mouth chances. We'll give you a score update from Valley Parade, though. Bradford City 0-0 with Harrogate Town at the moment, 20 minutes in. Mark Hughes' side, of course, are desperate for the points at the moment. And now throw in is going to be taken by Lewis Hay. He's filled in at that left back spot, and Hay has the ball stuck between his feet and loses out, but then gets it back and goes back to Sites Kenworthy. Plays it away with his left foot. And Colwell's control is going to be picked up in the middle of the park, though, from Blyth. Spartans are having all the ball at the moment. The host, that's Main, who tucks it round the corner. That's well covered, though, by Lancaster. And a Dunstan now goes back to Lancaster, and who goes back to Sites Kenworthy inside his own 18-yard box. And Sites Kenworthy looking for options in red. Park Avenue playing in their away red kit today. And here is Lancaster on the ball, playing more of a centre-back in this game so far. Not sure if that's a tactical change from Mark Bow, putting in a back three for Park Avenue. And the ball's played forward now. It's a good ball actually to Doherty. Oh, and there's a touch actually. Touch was actually by Liddell. Took it away from Doherty, but then it came back off his own defender, Finn Cousin-Dawson, and goes out for a throw-in to Park Avenue, which will be taken by a Dunstan, who jogs past the home dugout, and will get the ball to take this throw-in on the near side. Bradford Park Avenue, again, not made it to the third qualifying round of this competition since 2018-19, headed away by Cousin-Dawson. Clearance is completed. Not much going forward for Park Avenue so far, as Lancaster goes all the way back to Sites Kenworthy. And Sites Kenworthy then goes out to Mitchell, and Lund can then go back. And he goes back to Gianluca Havern. Certainly looks to be a back three. Luca Havern playing the middle of that back three. Here is Lancaster. Has been an early change in this game, just to inform you. You are just joining me. Lewis Hay has come onto the field, and he has replaced Jack Whiting, who went off with a very unfortunate injury, in fact. As Havern now plays the game, very much playing at a walking pace at the moment. This is good possession, though, from Park Avenue. Just as I say, that commentator's curse, they've given it away. And the ball's played up to Hooper. Hooper controls it. He goes, is that a foul? That is a foul from Longbottom. And Longbottom actually goes into the referee's notebook early. Well, I say early on. The foul was committed on Will McGullion. He just went through him a little bit there. I don't think there's any intent by Longbottom, in fairness, but just thought his man, he's going to go into the referee's notebook. Mark Bauer does not seem too impressed. Having a look at him now on the in the dugout, and he stayed down as well here. And the physio for Blyth Spartans came onto the field to treat him. Longbottom's getting a bit more of a talking to. He is going to go into the referee's notebook. We saw the card, immediately reaching for the yellow card. And a yellow card. About the first lively action we've had for a little while, a yellow card for Longbottom. Of course, Park Avenue had 2 red cards in a game recently away at Guiseley. Guiseley in the same game got 2 red cards themselves. And he stayed down, actually, McGullion. Hopefully he's okay to continue. I think he's sitting up now. He should well be okay. Didn't look too much in the challenge when I first saw it, but I think that maybe the impact of the legs coming together and the physio now walks. I think he's going to be okay to continue. He might even require to go off the field. McGullion. It's going to be taken by Jordan Hickey, the free kick. Rather dangerous position. 21 minutes on the clock. It's going to be Hickey to take it. There's a bit of argy-bargy in the area, but nothing given by the referee as the ball's picked up on the right-hand side. Will the cross go in? Park Avenue defending it for now. The cross does eventually go in, and it's going to be controlled by Main. Main hits it, good block. And in the end, Park Avenue get it cleared away. No, they don't. Shot comes in. That's a goal. And Blyth Spartans take the lead here at Croft Park. And it's a very well taken goal, it's got to be said. Bradford Park Avenues could not clear their lines, and that is a very good finish from Blyth Spartans, who lead 1-0 at Croft Park, and the National League North side strike first. A really good finish into the bottom corner, it's got to be said.
Great shots.
The goal scorer, Jack Bodenham, I believe it was, who found the back of the net, the number 6. That is one hell of a finish. He took the ball on the edge of the area, left-footed strike right into the bottom corner. Sites Kenworthy had no chance. It was Jack Bodenham, I can now confirm. What a finish that was from the centre-back. He took that like a proven striker, Jack Bodenham. Absolutely brilliant finish. Summer signing, a Welsh international as well, Bodenham. He took that like a proven striker of 30 goals a season, the way he's put that one in the bottom corner. Either way, Blyth Spartans lead 1-0. Not a lot of goal-mouth action so far at Croft Park in the FA Cup second qualifying round, but it is the host Blyth Spartans who have been, well, pretty much they have been faultless at home this season. No defeats at home, so won every single game, so faultless for Blyth Spartans at home so far, and they keep up that great record to this point. Bradford Park Avenue have now got to come out and attack a bit more. A ground where they've won on each of their last 3 visits. Dunstan plays it forward towards Doherty. He won't quite reach it, and Bodenham, the centre-back, the goal scorer, comes to clear it away. Lancaster heads it away. That's a poor clearance, though, and that's going to be picked up by McGollion. And McGollion does well, really keeps the ball well. That's really good play. He finds Oliver on the right-hand side. Oliver plays it out to O'Donnell. This could be trouble. O'Donnell whips one in, and that's going to be headed away low by Spencer, but he'll get a second bite of the cherry, O'Donnell. The ball's now back with McGollion. And now it's in the middle of the park, and it's going to be worked out as well to Hickey. Hickey plays it through. Oh, and there's a vital touch on that from a Dunstan. It nearly reached Michael Liddell. A Dunstan got a touch, however, Sites Kenworth, his best efforts to keep it in were thwarted. It goes out for a corner. A crucial touch of that ball was going right through to Liddell, who would have been in prime position to either shoot or cross the ball across the 6-yard box. A Dunstan got the touch, and Sites Kenworth was unable to prevent a corner, which will be taken by Hickey. Blyth Spartans have got the bit between their teeth at the moment. Cross comes in, header comes in. Oh, it's going to be headed back to right where it came from. Back to Hickey again. Hickey plays it in. It's a deep one, and there's a very important touch, and there's a foul in there as well. The visitors get a free kick. I think there's a good header in there, actually, by Mitch Lund. He got an important touch, and Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0. Just to update you with the score. FA Cup second qualifying round. Goal scored by Welsh centre-back. Welsh centre-back Jack Bodenham. And God, did he take the goal well as well. A finish right into the bottom corner. He was given a lot of time, but he finished it very, very well. And his ball's back with Sites Kenworthy in his own 6-yard box. He plays it forward. Preston goes to get there, but the ball's headed away, and Blyth Spartans win it back again. And the ball's played through. It's a nice idea there from McGollion, but it deflects through and is cleared away by Havern. Preston wins it in the air well. Longbottom, who was booked shortly before the goal as well, so he's on a yellow card now. And there's another foul there by Spencer this time, bringing a man down. And Bradford Park Avenue, of course, haven't won their last one. They won in the FA Cup first qualifying round away at Consett United, but they've only won. That's their only away win, I believe, in 2023. Not won a league away game since December, so their away record's certainly not the best either way. Main touches that one round the corner, but that won't quite be kept in. It was actually Michael Liddell who went to keep it in, but he was unable to do so. And it's going to be a Dunstan to take the throw in. Obviously, Dunstan was suspended for the game against FC United of Manchester. He takes the throw in and plays it forward. That's going to be cleared away. It's going to be cleared away. It's miscontrolled by Michael Liddell, and that will be a throw in to Park Avenue. Dunstan takes one further up the field. Preston goes to play it round the corner and wins his side a free kick. Handball given, and Preston then plays a good ball across, actually, as well. It's actually a loose touch in the end from Lewis Hay. Unfortunately for him, was unable to control that. And Blyth Spartans have possession now. It's the goal scorer who has it. That's the ball forward. It's not a bad one, but it's going to be controlled by Will Lancaster, and the ball eventually is back with Sites Kenworthy. Jack Bodenham, the Welsh international, again taking his goal like a proven striker, really, but that's the difference between the two. Here's the opposite number 6 now, Lancaster, who can take the ball forward. And Longbottom then dropping very deep to receive the ball. can find Mitch Lund. And Lund looking for his options. We've seen very little in terms of attacking from Park Avenue in this game. Got to credit to the host for that, of course. They have been absolutely faultless at home, as I've said, Blyth Spartans. It's not an easy place to come, Croft Park. And the ball's now with Lund. Park Avenue passing it amongst themselves at the back at the moment. 27 minutes played at Croft Park. Oh, and that's Kenworthy with a heavy touch there. He was being closed down. He had to be very careful. Maybe taking his eye off the ball for a moment, but he did get it away nonetheless. The ball played forward, though. That's well cleared away. And that's good play, actually. Really good play in the middle of the park by McGollion. And McGollion plays one through. It's a nice attempt. You saw the effort. A really good attempt to play one through there to Cedric Main, who was on his bike, but Sykes Kenworthy was well positioned, to be fair to him, to pick up the ball. And they were so it's got to say, largely it's been all Blyth Spartans in this game, not in terms of, they're not exactly been pestering the goal of Sykes Kenworthy with shots, but they've had control of the game, especially since they took the lead. So when you go 1-0 down to a team who've won every home game this season, you feel like it might be a long way back. But Park Avenue have a very good record. Their last defeat here was back in 2018 in February. It's good play now, though. It's going to be played back, though. It's Blyth Spartans in possession. And McGollion goes out to the right-hand side to O'Donnell. And he then goes back to Finn Cousin-Dawson, who then finds the goal scorer. As I repeat again, Jack Bodenham takes the ball past the halfway line and plays the one in. That's Hooper who gets there. Really neat and tidy play. Ball played through. Oh, that would have been a great goal. It was a really good effort. The ball was played through from Hickey over the top of the defence. It was actually O'Donnell who goes to get his head to the ball. He just can't quite get his angles right, really, it's fair to say. And the ball maybe a little bit too high. Well, not too high, maybe just eludes him a little bit quickly. And it's clear. That's really good play from Blyth Spartans, though. Fantastic football. And they have the ball again now, and they might be in again here. The ball's played through. It's McGollion into the area. Goes to shoot. Is that a penalty? The referee says no. I think the ball might well have been won by Havern in the end, in fairness. And the ball's played forward now, and Doherty could be away for the visitors. Doherty gets it. Oh, in the end, it's good defending. It's a goal scorer with excellent defending there. That's brilliant play from Bodenham. Doherty might well have been on the break there. If he just had to take it past his man, and he could have had a shooting opportunity, but to be fair to Bodenham, he always looked in control, did well to shield him off. And every time Blyth Spartans go forward at the moment, they look like scoring at times. That was brilliant play. It was McGollion who kind of ghosted into the penalty area. Good ball here. Oh, there's a chance again. Just as I had to cut off there momentarily. The ball was played in. A brilliant ball from Liddell from the left-hand side. That was a peach of a cross. The header was from Jonathan Hooper. And again, he did get contact with this one, but he just couldn't quite direct it on goal. It might have been a little bit too high for him. And he just heads it over. But Blyth Spartans really are coming forward with some menace. And Sykes Kenworthy's kick goes out of play. And that just about sums up the last 5 minutes of Park Avenue here at Croft Park. It has been all Blyth Spartans. And they could have had a couple of a chance a moment ago. Again, it came out of nowhere. The ball was controlled well from Hooper. And he just plays it through in the end to McGollion, who got into the penalty area. And in fairness, it was a very good challenge from Gianluca Havern. Either Havern or Lund it was who got that there to make the challenge. I thought it might have been a penalty, but I do think he got enough on the ball. And Blyth Spartans are playing some good stuff at the moment. There is a league difference between these two in the favour of Blyth Spartans, but they have been largely kind of neck and neck, these two sides, the last few seasons in terms of league positions. And here is the goal scorer, Bodenham, who plays one forward now to Main, Cedric Main, forced wide, and he plays it off long bottom for a throw-in, just about. The ball was spinning, and Bodenham will leave it to the left-back. The left-back, Michael Liddell. An excellent cross from him a moment ago, which did find the net. We just did find the header of Hooper, but he was just unable to direct the header on target. And the referee just telling him to go back a little bit. So if you are just joining me, it is Blyth Spartans 1 at Bradford Park Avenue 0. The goal just after 20 minutes played was scored by the centre-back, Welsh centre-back Jack Bodenham, who took the goal right on the edge of the area, left-footed strike into the bottom corner. Took it like a proven striker. Any proven striker would have been proud of that one. Finn Cousin-Dawson playing centre-back, of course, on loan from Bradford City, who will give you score updates from in their game against fellow Yorkshire side Harrogate Town, of course, based in North Yorkshire in League 2. But sticking here at Croft Park, it's 1-0 to Blyth Spartans. Won every single home game this season, scoring 12 goals in the process before today. They've now made that 13 goals, and Well, they might well be. Obviously, that's league games, of course. I'm referring to that as an FA Cup game, though. A place where Park Avenue do enjoy coming to, but Blyth Spartans have been in control of this one so far. And here's Bodenham on the ball now. Finds Liddell inside the half. And Park Avenue doing their best to press, but it's not really going... Oh, and Doherty wins it back, though, just to say that. Curse of the commentator. And it's a Dunstan. Back to Doherty again. And Doherty goes to play it back to a Dunstan, but two Blyth Spartans players combine to clear it away. It's a throw-in, though, for Park Avenue. Either way. And a Dunstan it will be to take it. Not seen much in terms of goal mouth action from Park Avenue. Very little, in fact. Alex Mitchell's been relatively untroubled, and that's a mix-up there between Doherty and O'Dunstan, just not on the same wavelength, and it goes out for a Blyth throw-in. That's a cheap one to give away, that. See Mark Bauer below me, scratching the chin at times. Just wondering maybe what he can maybe change at times. They have had to make an early change. Jack Whiting was forced off with an early injury, and he was replaced by Lewis Hay, who's filled in at left-back. And the ball's controlled now by Hooper. On that right-hand side, they've got space, Blyth Spartans, at the moment. And the ball now is with Oliver, who goes in field. And the ball's picked up by Hickey, who's been dangerous in this game so far. Jordan Hickey. Come through the academy at Sunderland, not far from here. As the ball now is back with Mitchell. I say not had much to do so far. He's had the ball at his feet for the time being, but Blyth Spartans, some neat and tidy football, not for the first time in this game. The goal has given them confidence, it's fair to say. And the ball now is with Magolian, who plays one forward, and that's towards Main, who does just about control, but it's cleared away, and that's actually going to be a free kick in the favour of Park Avenue. I believe it's been given for a high boot. I think that might be a bit harsh, but I think it was given for a high boot. And Lund plays one across to Lancaster, playing in that back three, of course, Park Avenue. Lancaster plays one over to Preston, but I think that's going to be dealt with. Oh, in fact it is, but the header only finds Preston. Wasn't a good headed clearance, that. Preston, can he do anything with it? He goes back to Spencer. Spencer to Preston. And Preston finds Spencer again. That's a good ball as well. Longbottom's in here. Longbottom shoots. Oh, it's a great save by the goalkeeper. Wow, what a ball that was through from Preston. Absolutely brilliant pass. Longbottom ghosted in behind. That was an opportunity. And I said Alex Mitchell's had nothing to do so far. That was a brilliant save by the goalkeeper. Park Avenue's first chance of this game, and they were very nearly level. The Northern Premier side. Excellent ball in behind from Preston. Longbottom ghosted in onto the scene. And to be fair to the goalkeeper, Mitchell, that's a brilliant save. And the corner's going to be taken by Longbottom himself. Longbottom going to be an in-swinger. From his 4 goals this season for Longbottom, he nearly made it 5 there. That's a great save from the goalkeeper, though. Stands up well. It's going to be Doherty to take it. Eventually does. Longbottom in. It's going to, in the end, doesn't quite find his man. Comes to Preston on the edge of the area, and his volley. It's a bit of a floating volley, always going over the bar, but the technique was there maybe, but not quite dipping enough. It fell to Preston on the edge of the area, but his shot not quite dipping enough maybe. But that's more encouraging from Park Avenue, though. We saw more in the last few minutes than we did in the whole of the previous 35 minutes played. And Park Avenue have only just come alive at the ground. They've got a very good record at. A chance for Longbottom, one that looking back on, I think would have been taken, but you've got it correct to the goalkeeper, Mitchell. He could have, he's had nothing to do so far, but he made an excellent save. Coming out, made himself big. Credit to him for that. As the ball now comes forward, and Haig with a bit of a loose touch. And now Blyth Spartans come forward. And now it's Magolian into position. Can he bring it forward? He's into the area. He cuts it back. Oh, and in the end, the cross. I think the ball might have actually bobbled in front of him, in fairness. I think that might well have actually been Joe Oliver or Elliot Forbes. He just got completely underneath it and scuffs it in the air, and it goes out for a goal kick. It might be one of them that just bobbles in front of him, and it goes out for a goal kick. Bradford Park Avenue survived that scare. There was a time in the game where Blyth Spartans were searching for the second goal, but that's kind of calmed down a bit now. Park Avenue, they've got to be careful here. Lancaster does well. Hesitant there, Lancaster. He plays one forward. Doherty gets there, does well. And Doherty, on the right-hand side, plays one in. Preston tries to get there. He saw the idea was there, but the goalkeeper, Mitchell, very good starting position, Alex Mitchell. comes out and does well. And now Blyth Spartans with her, and the game all of a sudden has become end-to-end, something we haven't really seen yet. And McGollion can go back to Oliver. And the ball now in the middle of the park with Forbes. And the ball through. You saw the idea. The idea was to find Hickey, but the ball runs through to Sykes Kenworthy. Long bottom to Doherty. Brilliant play from Doherty there. That's fantastic. And he goes out to the right to a Dunstan. Referee plays a good advantage. A Dunstan goes through, and in the end, that's going to be a goal kick, is it? Yes. They shield it out, but there should be a yellow card coming here. There is. And Blyth Spartans player goes into the book. Second booking of the game, one for each team. Very good play originally from Doherty. And he was fouled. I believe, trying to confirm who the yellow card was actually for there. I believe it might well have actually been for... Forbes, who brought him down. It was Forbes, yes, it was Elliot Forbes. And he brings down Doherty. It was a cynical foul, and then Dunstan was unable to make the most of the advantage. Again, Park Avenue haven't really woken up in the game so far, but they've had a couple of encouraging moments in the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. Going forward, Doherty and Longbottom certainly showing some promising signs, and Preston as well. The front three have combined a little bit recently, but they've been unable to find an equaliser. Again, Blyth Spartans reached the 4th qualifying round of this competition last season, only losing to now League 2 side Wrexham. Took Wrexham to a replay. In fact, really good play here from Hooper. Plays one through. In behind is Main. This could be an opportunity. Main into the area. Cuts it back. Hooper with a shot. Oh, it's wide. Hooper. That's an opportunity. He never really struck it with enough conviction in the end, Hooper. It's good play between him and Main. Main returns the ball to him in the area. He goes to place it in that bottom corner. And in the end, Hooper's shot drifts wide of the goal. That's an opportunity. Wasn't quite taken. Still 0-0 at Valley Parade, by the way, between Bradford City and Harrogate Town, the Yorkshire derby. That was excellent play, though, it's got to be said. The cut back came to Hooper, and he just couldn't quite finish. The shot goes wide, and Sykes Kenworthy will take the resulting goal kick from that. And of course, Blyth Spartans were beaten 2-1 away at Chester in their last game in the National League North. Both teams suffered defeats last weekend, but they have been fantastic here as a Dunstan picks up a loose pass. Finds Lancaster. Lancaster back to a Dunstan. His ball comes off his shin, but he will retrieve it anyway. And that's a poor ball from Lancaster, given away. And now McGollion can try and get there, and Spencer commits a foul. I don't think there was much in that from Spencer, but he might have just clipped his man. The man was McGollion. But I thought the referee might pull the card out maybe there, but not to be. Well, the last time Blyth Spartans were here, they won by 4-0 against Farsley Celtic. And that was only a couple of weeks ago. It was 5th of September, that game. McGowan found his name on the score sheet. Liddell and Main as well all scored in that game. They've had a fantastic record at home this season. As the ball's now, there's a couple of players gone down in the area there. Main has it on the left-hand side. And Main cuts in. Good play by Main. Electric. Oh, and in the end, the shot goes over. That was electric football, though, from Main. Brilliant play. Gets into the area. The way he just moves into the area, goes past players like they're not even there. But the finish was not meant to be. And Blyth Spartans threatening to score a second there. And I would not put it past the York City low need to do it. It's got to be said, that is excellent play. Wasn't quite to be the finish in the end. He just kind of hit it so hard and it just kind of spun away from the goal, maybe. And yeah, Cedric Main certainly has been a handful. He's impressed me in this game, it's fair to say at times. Sykes Kenworthy's goal kick, that's good play in the middle of the park, actually. O'Donnell finds Hooper. And Hooper, the referee, lets it go through his legs just about. They did touch the referee, but he's going to let the play go on. As the ball's now with Main, who cuts it back. And the cutback is to McGollion. And that's given away in the end. And it's Doherty who's charged down. There's a foul, actually. That was a bit harsh, that foul, personally, from Hickey. Will McGollion, it was, who committed the foul, the number 24. But I think that was maybe a bit harsh. I think Spencer might have been quite lucky there to win the foul. Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford, Park Avenue 0. Ball played down the line, and there's a header there by Liddell, which takes the ball back to his own goalkeeper. We are approaching half-time. We've played 41.5 minutes at Croft Park. FA Cup second qualifying round. Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0. Ball played over the top there. It was O'Donnell, I believe, who nearly got there, but the ball does run through. And here's Lewis Hay. Not seen much of him just coming onto the field for the injured Jack Whiting. Hay goes back, and now Park Avenue have possession inside their own half. Not much in terms of attacking threat from the visitors, but Mark Bauer has a couple of things to be encouraged by. He had a golden chance to make it 1-1 with Will Longbottom after he was played in by Jordan Preston, but Sights Kenworthy's kick and Preston goes to win it. Can't quite win it. Dunstan heads it forward, headed away by the goal scorer, and that's going to be played upfield by Dunstan, well controlled by Spencer, who does well. Plays it down the line to Preston on the right-hand side. He's not got many options in the area, Preston. He has to go back to a Dunstan, and a Dunstan goes forward, finds Doherty, and Doherty goes out to Preston on the right-hand side. He plays one in. It's a floating ball that's going to be headed away, though. The goal scorer does well there, stands up tall and heads it away, and that might be a chance to break for the visitors, for the hosts. That was good play all round, really. It was actually Bodenham, the goal scorer, with a good header away at Preston's cross. Again, Park Avenue, though, the patterns are working a bit better going forward as the game's gone on. They never laid a glove on Spartans in the first half an hour, but since then they've been a bit more encouraging signs from the visitors. But they are still trailing by a goal to nil. They've not reached the third round of the FA Cup, third qualifying round of the FA Cup, my apologies, since all the way back in 2018-19 season, only 5 years ago, but feels like a long time, and that ball's played out. Poor ball, actually, by Cousin Dawson out to Joe Oliver. They weren't on the same wavelength, the two of them, and that one goes out of play for a throw-in. And it's going to be a throw-in taken by the substitute Lewis Hay. Hay plays it forward, and it's going to be given away immediately, though, from Doherty. Blyth Spartans immediately in their green and white kit have the ball back. Again, the scoring was open in the game. The only goal of the game was scored by Welsh international Jack Bodenham. An excellent finish from him, the Welsh international. He's joined in the summer. And he's going to go back now to his goalkeeper, Alex Mitchell, who's been relatively untested in the game, but did make a very good save off Longbottom. And he finds Cousin Dawson playing at centre-back. And Cousin Dawson, wonder if he's ever going to get his opportunity at Bradford City regularly, but even so, he's a fine player, Cousin Dawson, I've watched a lot of in League Two. And he does play one forward now, and Dunstan will get there first. Is that going to be a throw in Park Avenue's way? It's not. It's going to be a throw in the way of Blyth Spartans, and Mark Bauer is furious about that. Mark Bauer was right next to that header, and he's convinced it touched these Blyth Spartans player last. It's going to be throw in be taken by Michael Liddell. Half-time approaching in the FA Cup second qualifying round. Here is Main, and Main is electric when he gets the ball. Main takes a shot on. It's a good block. The ball goes out to the right-hand side, but Oliver will happily let that one run out for a throw-in. And Cedric Main, he has been a bright spot, the 26-year-old. Gets the ball, then has a shot, and it was blocked by a combination of Park Avenue defenders. Goes out for a throw-in to Blyth Spartans, deep inside the Park Avenue half. Will be taken by Oliver. It's going to be a relatively short one, I think it is. And Oliver then gets the ball back. Oliver then in possession is giving it away cheaply. And this might be trouble, actually. It's Lewis Hay who wins it well, the youngster. And Hay then finds Preston. Can Preston play something? Oh, Preston's maybe taking a bit too long. He's done well, though. He's actually found Colville. Not seen much of him. And in the end, it's given to a Dunstan. Very good play from Hay to win the ball back, but in the end, Park Avenue have ended up going all the way back to their goalkeeper. They couldn't really make anything of the attack. They never had enough bodies forward. And ball's with Preston, who drops deep to receive it. Got to say, Jordan Preston, he does certainly have his technical ability, and that through ball to Doherty, to Longbottom, early on in the game proves that, but he never quite started that attack, unfortunately, then for Park Avenue. He's the one in possession, and in the end, it wasn't to be. We are approaching half-time. The 45 minutes are just about played. In fact, there is the half-time whistle. Just as I say, the half-time whistle's blown here at Croft Park. Half-time score, Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0. Nothing really happened in 20 minutes, in truth. It was a fairly quiet opening 20 minutes. Both teams maybe just, feeling each other out a little bit, showing each other a bit of respect maybe. It was cancelling each other out. However, the scoring was opened actually just over 20 minutes played. An excellent finish from Jack Bodenham. The centre-back got the ball on the edge of the area. Park Avenue failed to clear their lines. The shot came in from Bodenham, and the Welsh international shot went right into the bottom corner. And Erling Haaland would have been proud of a finish like that, an excellent finish. Park Avenue have had their chances. The best chance of the game they had was when Jordan Preston played a brilliant through ball to Will Longbottom, who got in behind the Blyth Spartans defence. And in the end, he was denied by a really good save from Alex Mitchell. Other than that, though, Park Avenue have offered very little in terms of a threat going forward. Mark Bow will be hoping for a positive half-time team talk and more in the second half. They're still in the game at 1-0, but the half-time score at Croft Park in the FA Cup second qualifying round is Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0. Well, welcome back, everyone. We're about ready for the second half. Bradford Park Avenue have been out now for a few minutes at Croft Park, ready to get the second half underway. Score is Blyth Spartans 1 at Bradford Park Avenue 0. The goal scored just after 20 minutes. A very good finish, it's got to be said, by centre-back Jack Bodenham. A fantastic finish from the Welsh international, striking a left-footed one into the bottom corner. Park Avenue's best chance of the game, without doubt, came when Will Longbottom was played in from Jordan Preston. And in the end, his shot was very well denied by Mitchell. It's got to be said, but Blyth Spartans have had a lot of chances in the game, but they've not taken them. And while it's 1-0, the Northern Premier side are still in with a chance. If it does end in a draw, it will go to a replay on Monday evening at the Horsefall Stadium. But Blyth Spartans don't do draws this season. 5 wins, 4 losses, so they don't do draws this season. Their first game. And here we go, we're back underway at Croft Park. Bradford Park Avenue trail 1-0. Can they get back into the game? As the ball is in possession of Doherty, who does well to go back to Lund. I will just give the point, by the way, there was a substitution in the first half, and that substitution was an injury, unfortunately, for Jack Whiting. He was playing at left back. He went off after around 10 minutes. He was replaced by Lewis Hay. The number 16s came onto the field. Not seen an awful lot of Hay, admittedly, since he came on. Filling in at left back, of course. Well, Bradford Park Avenue trail 1-0 at a ground they've won on their last 3 visits. In fact, the last time was 11 months ago. It was a 1-0 win, and the goal was scored from a player called Blyth, very ironically. No such thing will be happening today, as the Blyth is no longer a player at Park Avenue. As the ball's played back now to the left back Liddell, who is fouled there. That's going to be a free kick. Not really much in it, but one of them fouls that you just kind of get now and then. It was from a long way there, Lancaster to commit the foul. And the ball is now with Forbes, who goes back to Winkles and Dawson. And here is the goal scorer, Bodenham. Plays it forward, a Dunstan is all over Cedric Main there, but Cedric Main somehow keeps his feet in the ball. That's brilliant play from Main, and a Dunstan trying to get to him, and eventually Blyth Spartans do keep the ball. And the ball's played out to the right-hand side. And it's with Elliot Forbes. No, much as actually Joe Oliver, my apologies. Now it's Forbes on the ball, though. Forbes goes out wide. O'Donnell plays one through. And the ball now with McGowan. We have had a correction at half-time. It is McGowan, not McGollian. My apologies for that. The team sheet I was given did say McGollian, but a chance maybe. No, that's not be a shot. Yeah, a bit of a misunderstanding there, but we can confirm it is McGowan. So apologies for that in the first half. And here comes Main now. Plays one through, and it's going to eventually come through to number 8. It's back to Main on this area. Main with a shot. Oh, and Main! You thought the net was about to ripple there. Excellent bit of play. The link up between Main and Jordan Hickey was certainly there. It's a good play back to him. Edge of the area. All the freedom to shoot there, Cedric Main, the York City loanee. And in the end, he just gets his angles wrong. And, well, Cedric Main has looked some player at times in this game. But the 2 efforts he's had have been rather wayward, unfortunately, for him. That one on that occasion, way over the crossbar, not troubling, well, way wide and over the crossbar, not troubling sights Kenworthy. That is a let-off, though, for Park Avenue. They cannot afford to give Blyth Spartans chances like that. A team who've been free scoring at home this season. 13 home goals this season. We're only in mid-September. They love scoring at home, and their ball played forward. And Hay goes through the back of O'Donnell there, but he's done well. Goes away from Hay. O'Donnell plays it into McGowan. McGowan on that left foot. Goes back to Hickey. Can he do anything with it? He plays it through to Hooper. Hooper's been forced away from goal. Well, very well by Havern as well. Liddell has it now. And Park Avenue defended this one rather well for the time being. The attack's not over yet. A shot might even come in. The shot might actually be coming in from Hickey. The ball's played into Main. Not Main, sorry. My apologies. McGowan, who goes to play it through to Main. Good defending by a Dunstan. Read it well. And Doherty now can bring it away. Can Doherty, the number 9 for Park Avenue, do anything with it? He's in the end shielded off the ball. And that's a strong challenge coming in. The referee just says play on. He's not interested in giving anything there. And here comes Oliver, who will go back, though, to Liddell. Still 1-0 to Blyth Spartans here at Croft Park. Main goes back. It's a poor ball back, though, really. It's a loose one, and they've won it back well. Colville does well, finds Preston. And Preston finds Longbottom, who's onside here. Longbottom going into the area. Can he cut it back or get a shot away? He's waiting for options. He plays it through. Doherty, it's too wide for Doherty. Doherty can't reach it. It goes out for a throw in. Gotta be said, Park Avenue have to make more of chances like that. Good play by Preston and Longbottom between them. He stays onside Longbottom. He might have gone to get a shot away. He goes to find Doherty, but gets too much on the ball, and it drifts out for a throw in. A good chance that, though. Gotta be said, Park Avenue, when they go forward in their positions, have to make the most of it. The game is open. The ball's chested down now. Is that going to be a throw in? It is for Park Avenue. Lewis Hay will take it. The first half substitute for Jack Whiting. You're listening to Samuel Wright here at Croft Park. And that's going to be Doherty who wins a throw in. Does wins a throw in well as well. Off Joe Oliver. Blyth Spartans yet to make a change. Only one for Park Avenue. It's this man who's about to take the throw in, Lewis Hay, who came onto the field to replace the injured Whiting. Doherty controls it. Does well. Here's Spencer. And that's all in the end. That's going to be a throw in favour of Blyth Spartans. I think the both men came together in the middle of the pot, but by the time Spencer got there, he kicks the ball out of play. Mark Bauer, who has the ball now, and gives it to Joe Oliver of Blyth Spartans. Well, if it is a draw in this game, just to let you know, it will go back to the Horsfall Stadium on Monday evening for the second qualifying round replay. Ball headed forward, and that's going to be cleared away. It's cleared away well, actually, there as well by London. He put his foot through that, but it just runs through to Alex Mitchell. He's been relatively untested in this game, but the one thing he did have to do, did he do it well? It was a fantastic save. And the ball's now with Hooper. Hooper does well to control. Leaf goes back to Hickey. Hickey plays one round the corner. That's all. In the end, it's going to be a throw-in in favour of Blyth Spartans. Good play that from Hay, who stood a stepped out. Concedes the throw-in against O'Donnell, though. And I think the referee may be just calling a player over here. It might well be Mitch Lund. I'm not sure what he's calling him over for, but might be a bit of a dissent, maybe. Obviously, the referees are clamping down on that this season, so maybe just telling him you don't get much of a warning here. Only 2 yellow cards in the game so far. First half, Will Longbottom was booked when his score was 0-0. And also there was a yellow card in the first half as well for Blyth Spartans. I believe Elliot Forbes went into the referee's notebook for a foul. So the ball's given back now to Oliver. Can he do anything with it? He's going to go back to the goal scorer. And the goal scorer, Bodenham, and the way he took his goal in the first half, he might fancy another go. Main has it now, though. Eventually, Main just ran out of room, and Doherty now goes to fire. That's a really good ball from Doherty over to Preston. Oh, in fact, Preston won't reach it. I thought it was a really good ball originally from Doherty. Right idea. And that has been something in the game so far, Park Avenue, and I will say the counter-attack is on for them in this game. They just play the right pass. The counter-attack is on for them. That ball from Doherty was the right idea, but it's a bit too much on it for Preston in the end. He wasn't able to get there. Ball's now played forward, and it's going to be beaten to it. It's McGowan beats Lund to it, and McGowan now, chance to play it through, and it's a real chance this. Cuts it back, and in the end, there's a man over for Blyth Spartans. The score could be 2-0. Cedric Main couldn't really get the ball out of his feet. And credit to Luca Havern, who got back there and made the challenge. Cedric Main just picked his head up. He had a man free over to his right, and that was this man, O'Donnell. O'Donnell now, and he's the bus tackled well by Havern. O'Donnell gets another bite, though. O'Donnell plays one in. It's going to be headed out, though. It's going to come out back to O'Donnell. Lets it go for a throw. Throw-in is taken. Park Avenue trying to survive for the time being, and it's going to be a throw-in for Blyth Spartans again, I believe here. Throw-in's going to be taken by Joe Oliver. Oliver goes short, gets the ball back. Number 19 plays that's good play as well by Hickey, but the ball's then cleared away. Preston goes to get there, can't get there. And then it's Park Avenue just about to defend, and they win a free kick. Foul from Joe Oliver on Brad Doherty. Got to be said, Brad Doherty cleverly bought the contact there, in my opinion, and does well to win his side the free kick. And just get Park Avenue on the ball again. There is the counter-attack on for Park Avenue. There's no doubt about that. We've played nearly 55 minutes. It's 1-0 to Blyth Spartans, the National League North side lead first half goal from centre-back Welsh international Jack Bodenham. And the ball now is coming forward with Blyth Spartans. It's worked out to Main on that left-hand side up against the Dunstan. Main does well, plays one in. Oh, insights Kenworthy. Gets there ahead of Hooper. He fumbled. He pushed the ball out, really, but luckily no player was there for Blyth Spartans, and the goalkeeper got there. And here's Spencer. Oh, he can't control it. It's given away. And now they can come forward again. It's McGowan. It's Hickey, my apologies. Hickey plays it now. This is an opportunity. It's Main. Main goes back to Hickey. Plays one in. Over the top. No one there for Blyth Spartans. And Park Avenue can clear. Park Avenue can't keep getting away with it, though. And the ball forward from Doherty goes out of play. It was up towards Preston. And that will be a throw-in for Blyth Spartans. It's all Blyth Spartans at the moment. Every time they come forward, they're threatening. They just cannot get the killer finish. A team who are, look at the team who've scored so many home goals this season. At times going forward, they're just not quite at the finishing touch. Either way, Blyth Spartans do play some good football coming forward. It's got to be said. Ball played over the top now. Havern goes to get there, but a good shout from Sights Kenworthy. The goalkeeper comes and claims that one really well. It's got to be said. He came there and he was in control. Had to be a bit careful that he didn't get any contact on it there. Havern. Sights Kenworthy plays it forward to Doherty. Doherty wins it in the air well to find Preston. And Preston now goes out to the right-hand side to Colville. Can he do anything with it? Colville goes up. Dunstan on the other. Dunstan's in here. Oh, and Dunstan's cross is poor. It's straight at the goalkeeper. Mitchell. Again, there's something in this at Park Avenue when they come forward. That was good player. Dunstan got it. A chance to cross on the right-hand side. But it was just tore straight at the goalkeeper. That's a really good challenge by Lancaster as well on McGowan. Brilliant from Lancaster. Here is Preston. And Lancaster gets it back to Preston again. The number 10 has it now. Can he do anything with it? He goes back to Lancaster, who finds Hay on the left-hand side. His first involvement coming forward for a little while. He finds Lancaster. Here's Lund. He goes to the right-hand side. And Dunstan. Could spell this for Park Avenue all of a sudden. Game's become end-to-end in the second half. But that's a poor ball. It's not a poor ball. They've still got it, Park Avenue. Just about. As Havern plays a good ball to Doherty. Really good play. Doherty now on the left-hand side. He can come forward. Doherty into the area. Brad Doherty goes on. Oh, and a shot hits the side netting. I thought that might be a goal. Really good play from Brad Doherty. Gets into the area. It's a shot. He should have maybe gone far post. He goes near post. And he hits the side netting. I mean, who am I to tell Brad Doherty how to shoot? But either way, he got into the penalty area. Great play from Doherty. Positive play. His shot, though, hits the side netting. There's something in this game, though, for Park Avenue. They are having their chances. They're just not taking it. A couple of chances in the last few moments for the hosts. For the visitors, my apologies. Ball's played forward now. Spencer heads it on. And it's long bottom to Preston, is it? Oh, good challenge in there, though. And then Spencer goes to win it, and he's caught there, maybe. He stayed down, and the referee stops it. And as much to the disapproval of the Blyth fans around me, I've got to say, the second half has been an entertainer so far, but Preston is hurt here. Not Preston, sorry, Spencer is hurt here. It was a strong challenge. Both players went for the ball, and nothing wrong from the Blyth Spartans player at all. He went for it, but Preston's felt the effects. Bradford City are still 0-0 with Harrogate Town, by the way. Nearly an hour played at Valley Parade. But we are focusing on this game. And this game is at Croft Park, and Bradford Park Avenue trail 1-0 against Blyth Spartans in the FA Cup second qualifying round. And this injury is actually allowing both managers to have a bit of a second team talk. But both managers will be quite encouraged with what they've seen early on in the second half, I think. Both teams have had their chances. Bradford Park Avenue had that one with a Dunstan when he just could have picked his head up for a better cross, maybe. He had options, but he put it straight into the goalkeeper's arms. And the other one was by Doherty, who got into a good position in the area, Brad Doherty, but his eventual shot hit the side netting. They've had a few chances, Park Avenue, but Blyth Spartans, though, every time they've gone forward at times, they've been threatening too. It's been a good game. We'll run you through some Premier League scores maybe as well in the going on around the country. Fulham 0, Luton Town 0 at Craven Cottage, Tottenham Hotspur 0, Sheffield United 0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, West Ham United 1, Man City 1. James Ward-Prowse give the host the lead in the first half, but Jeremy Doku scored his first goal for City right at the start of the second half. Man United are 2-0 down at home to Brighton. Goals from Danny Welbeck and Pascal Gross. And Aston Villa trail at home to Crystal Palace, thanks to a goal from Odsonne Edouard, who's in fine form at the moment, Odsonne Edouard. He's still down here, by the way. There's going to be a change made, I imagine, for Bradford Park Avenue. It's Jamie Spencer who's down. He's down and in a little bit of a bad way. Hopefully he's okay to he is okay to continue, but I think Mark Baumat would want to take a precaution and maybe take him off. I wouldn't blame him at this point. Well, he is coming off. He's actually having to be carried off the field. This is not good news, this. And another injury blow. Coming on is Chinedu Osadibe. Osadibe is the man coming on. And he's been carried off here. This is not good for Spencer. He is literally being carried off the field. Well, he's been carried off more for treatment, I believe. But even so, this is not good. Hopefully he's okay. An hour played at Croft Park. Park Avenue trail 1-0. Trail 1-0 against Blyth Spartans, the National League North side. There's a goal around about 20 minutes played. Goal was scored by Jack Bodenham, a Welsh international. God, did he take fair play to him. He took the goal really well. And the referee gets us back underway. Second change to Park Avenue. Jamie Spencer forced off due to injury. The second player in the game been forced off due to injury for Park Avenue. And the ball now is worked out wide to Main. And this could be it for Spartans. Main into the area. Main plays one in. It's too high, though it goes out for a goal kick. And that Cedric Main has been electric at times in this game. But again, that end product's just lacking a bit there. He gets the ball up past the Dunstan, crosses it in. Too high for everyone. Goes out for a goal kick. Can Blyth Spartans get that all-important second goal for them? Well, what really didn't go in Park Avenue's favour last week is conceding that goal right on half-time it was last week against FC United of Manchester in the Northern Premier. But they've kept it 1-0 for the time being. Here's Hay on the ball now. One of the early substitute, Park Avenue. One of two changes in the game. Sights Kenworthy, plays it forward. And it's Osadibe might get to this early on in the... No, he won't actually. That might have been his first touch, but wasn't quite able to get there. Osadibe scored a fantastic goal earlier in the season at home to Morpeth Town. A game that I had the joy of commentating on, and what a goal that was. One of the best goals he'll score in his career. One of the best goals you'll see anywhere in England this season. Can Park Avenue try and get back into this game? It's not looking all too favourable with 62 minutes on the clock. However, it's only 1-0, and Park Avenue have had their chances in this game. They've not just come here and settled, it's fair to say. They've gone for it at times. Sights Kenworthy plays one forward. Osadibe was coming back from an offside position, so he couldn't get it, and that's just going to run through to the goalkeeper, fellow goalkeeper Alex Mitchell, who has been relatively untroubled. What he's had to do, Mitchell, he's done well. I'll give him that. And Cedric Main on loan from York City and Elliot Forbes on loan from Gateshead. There are a few loanees in this Blyth Spartans side. Blyth Spartans had a great start to the season in the National League North, sixth in the table. All their wins, or every single win they've had, has been here at Croft Park. They've got a great record at Croft Park. In possession now is Forbes. Forbes goes back to Bodenham. He finds Hickey. Hickey does well. Good run from Hickey. Comes forward. Can he play it through? Hickey goes on. Hickey does eventually play it through. And in the end, the pass was wrong to McGowan. A Dunstan gets there well. And a Dunstan brings it a long way. Finds Doherty. That counter-attack might well be on. Doherty plays one through to Osadibe. Will he get there? No, he won't. Mitchell with a really good starting position. And his clearance turns into a good pass. Because here comes Main. Cedric Main into the area. Main shoots. And Main's shot goes over the bar. Well, Cedric Main there, that clearance from Mitchell turned into a good pass. Cedric Main picks the ball up. It's a really good run. And in the end, his shot goes over the crossbar. I think I've mentioned Cedric Main's name more than anyone else in this game. And he had that shot just going over. He has been electric at times, but that end product has at times let him down. That one was a bit unlucky. Cedric Main, good play from him. In the end, though, the shot wasn't to be. Over the bar. And here are in possession now. Park Avenue, is it? No, it's going to be cleared away from Mitchell. Park Avenue are closing them down. Not quite to be. Here's Hooper. Quiet in the second half so far. He's closed well down by Havern. It's Lancaster who's beaten to the ball there from Forbes. And this is good play. Oh, it's really good play. Worked out to Main on the left. Cedric Main again. Into the area. Main cuts it back. Shot by McGowan is blocked. And that's going to be cleared away. And now Longbottom has it. Longbottom loses it immediately. Blyth Spartans come forward again. It's going to be a shot. Comes in from distance. And Sykes Kenworthy gets underneath it. Sykes Kenworthy makes a comfortable save. My word. This second half has been rather breathless at times. Both teams really going for it. You've got to admit, how many more scares can they survive, though, Park Avenue? The shot came in then. It was by Hickey. It was a comfortable save, in truth, for Sykes Kenworthy. But even so, Preston now controls it upfield. It's given away, though. Given away, actually, to Hickey. And that's going to be headed away by Lund. And then it's given back by Lancaster to his own goalkeeper, Sykes Kenworthy, who does clear it away and find Mitch Lund. This game has been breathless in the second half at times. The first 20 minutes of this game, I was wondering if any goal mouth action was going to happen, but it is only 1-0, but there have been chances for both. And as Havern comes across to clear it, plays it forward, Doherty goes to get there, but that's going to be headed out. Safety first there from Joe Oliver. This has been Bradford Park Avenue have had their chances, but got to be said, the amount of chances that Blyth Spartans have had, the amount of goals they've been scoring this season, maybe you've expected them to be more out of sight by now, maybe, but Park Avenue have held their own. They've won in this ground the last 3 visits, Park Avenue. It's a ground they enjoy coming to. Here's Osadibe, his first couple of touches, Osadibe. Plays it forward to Preston, and he then gives it back. It's played forward by Colville, Dunstan, back to Colville. What can he do with it? Plays it forward to Osadibe, back round the corner to Colville. Will he get there? He will. He's done well, in fact, he cuts it back. Preston in a position now to maybe cross. Instead he finds Dunstan. Dunstan into the area. Dunstan goes on. Dunstan! Oh, good block. In the end, it's going to go for a corner. Brilliant play from Park Avenue. Lucas Dunstan got into the area, got the shot away. In the end, that's really good defending. I believe it was by the goal scorer, Jack Bodenham, who stood tall and made the block. Excellent play from Bodenham to stand tall. Brilliant play from Park Avenue to get into that position. Longbottom is going to take the corner. Can he get one in here, Longbottom? It might be a chance to maybe equalise for Park Avenue. It's going to be a short one. It's Preston. Oh, he doesn't shoot. Instead, he holds the ball, goes back to Longbottom again, who chips one into the far post. And that's another corner. The head Hooper, it was, who got his head to it. It was a glancing header. It's taken out for a corner. Well, we are nearly 70 minutes in, and this second half has been very entertaining. Longbottom to take the corner. Can Park Avenue get back in the game? Longbottom with an outswinger. Longbottom it is, into the area, the keeper gets 2 fists on it, falls to Preston, shot saved by the goalkeeper, pulls against Doherty, and that's blocked as well, and they survive for now, Blyth Spartans, but Park Avenue all of a sudden are putting pressure on. Good play by Hay, eventually loses it though, and now this is danger. It's played forward to Hooper, fouled by Doherty, and that will be a yellow card for the number 9. That is a definition of taking one for the team there. A yellow card for Brad Doherty, and rightly so. He'll have no complaints about that. He'll take that happily, but oh, it's a good chance though. The corner was taken. Preston had the shot. I mean, admittedly, even if Mitchell hadn't saved it, had a lot of bodies to go through to score. But it fell to Preston, and in the end, the shot was saved by the goalkeeper. Another chance for Park Avenue, though. Both teams have had chances in this game. I think a 1-0 scoreline. I think the game is better than that suggests, especially this second half. As the ball's played forward over the top now. It's the Dunstan who heads it away. It's down, though, to Hooper. And now it's back on the ball now. Oh, that ball forward, though, was by Hickey, but that's going to be cleared away. Well, they still have possession, Blyth Spartans, actually, because the Dunstan hasn't quite cleared his lines. And the ball now is played back. And that's going to be a foul in the favour of Bradford Park Avenue. And the Blyth Spartan fans around me are not too happy with that. I couldn't even see what happened, to be honest. It was a crowd of bodies in the way. I think there might have been a push. It was off the ball, the push as well. So I was concentrating more on the ball, and that will be a free kick in favour of Park Avenue. They are growing in this game, Park Avenue. They've got to make sure they don't concede a second goal, because they've had their chances, especially recently. And in possession now is Lancaster. He's gone more into midfield now. Oh, he goes to dummy it with Doherty. He thought Hay was behind him, but that wasn't the case. And the ball's played off Doherty. They've given it away. In fact, Longbottom will pick up the loose ball. Can he try and win a corner, maybe? He's done well, Longbottom. He goes on, he goes down, but the referee not interested in giving a free kick there. And that will be back in possession of Park Avenue with Lancaster. The crowd getting a little bit nervy now. Park Avenue are growing in this game. And then, well, the ball through from Lancaster. Longbottom was blatantly offside. He couldn't touch it, and it runs out for a goal kick. Every time I say Park Avenue building momentum, they seem to give the ball away. Curse of the commentator. Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 0. This FA Cup second qualifying round. Bradford Park Avenue haven't reached the third qualifying round for 5 years. Blyth Spartans last season made it all the way to the fourth qualifying round and forced now League 2 Wrexham side to a replay as the ball's played forward. It will be headed away, and it's going to be in possession. Now Colville goes back to Lund. Lund plays it forward to Colville. Oh, it's given away. McGowan now has it. McGowan goes to play it towards Main, and Main will reach. That's a really good ball to Main. Main reaches it. Cedric Main into the area. Oh, it's a good challenge in the end. He does really well, actually. I think it was Lund who got there. Dunstan's backed into the corner. He clears it. It's given away cheaply. And the shot now might come in. Oh, instead he went for a ball through. And the Blyth Spartan fans around me are furious that the shot wasn't taken on there. It was played through to Hooper. Don't think he was actually expecting it. And in the end, Hooper let the ball go out for a goal kick. And in the end, Park Avenue, well, both teams have had so many chances in this second half, but it's got to be said, the quality in the final third at times hasn't quite been there. Havern plays it forward. That's going to be headed away. I think if Longbottom was more alert there, he might have got the ball, but it's given away. In possession now is Forbes. Forbes plays it, gets it back, actually. Forbes gets it back from Oliver. Forbes goes back to Oliver, the number 19. Doherty, well, Longbottom, sorry, closing him down. It's closing down Finkel's and Dawson. And then Mitchell finds Bodenham. Cousin Dawson plays it forward. And that's going to be cleared away. It's just about there by Lund. Dunstan gets there. Colville, quiet game so far for Colville. Not seen much of him compared to the other attacking players of Park Avenue. But Colville now has it. That's a good ball from Colville to Doherty. And Doherty now, Hay on the overlap. Doherty goes into a good area. Doherty gets a shot away. In the end, it's a weak one, though. And it'll just run through to the goalkeeper. It's Doherty. The shot was there to be taken on, to be fair, but didn't get any power on it, the number 9. It just runs through. Well, Doherty only got the 1 goal this season, and that was in the last FA Cup game away at Consett. That was his only goal so far this season, but he has assisted a few. But that one there, that shot very weak, easily saved by the goalkeeper. Well, we are nearly 75 minutes in. Time is ticking away for Park Avenue. They are still 1-0 down, though, and they've still got a chance while it's 1-0, and they nearly won the ball back there. The ball was nearly won back. It's given away to Doherty, actually, and Doherty finds Longbottom, who controls it, and then that's a foul given in favour of Park Avenue. And they're saying there, Park Avenue players surrounding the referee, asking for a card. They're asking for a card, not going to be given for the time being. I'm not quite sure who the foul was committed by. I'm not sure it was a foul or a handball, actually, given. Either way, Bradford Park Avenue still 1-0 down. Just around about 15 minutes to go. Time is ticking in this game, but at the same time, Park Avenue are growing into it as it goes on. That's been the story of this game. Well, the first 20 minutes were not really anything happened of note, but since then, the game has become entertaining since Blyth took the lead. FA Cup second qualifying round. A draw would mean a replay in just over 48 hours' time at the Horsfall Stadium. Longbottom will take the free kick. It's a rather central one. It's going to be a cross. It's whipped in. Osadibe goes to get there. It's headed away, though. Doherty can get the second ball. Doherty goes down. Is that a penalty? It's a free kick. It's a free kick. They're furiously saying that is a penalty. Well, Doherty thinks it's a penalty. It's going to be given as a free kick. Doherty went down right on the edge. A brilliant play from Doherty. Excellent play to get the ball through. A lot of Park Avenue players are furious with that. They thought it was a penalty. It might have just been outside. He wins a free kick either way. I think it might have actually been Joe Oliver who committed the foul, but either way, doesn't matter. The free kick's the decision of the referee, and that's final. Longbottom will take it. It was right on the edge, I must admit. Can't really say, I'm sure, without a replay what it was. Longbottom will take the free kick. Longbottom into the area. It's chipped one in. It's pressing the bar post. Oh, it's hit the post and gone wide. What a chance that was. Jordan Preston with the header at the far post. It hits the post and it goes wide. I think the goalkeeper might have got to it anyway. But Park Avenue are growing. They're having their chances in this game. Will they find that equaliser? Which could force a replay, or they could, even go on and get a winner after potentially. Park Avenue are the team in the ascendancy. It's a ground they love visiting. It's a ground they've actually won at on each of their last 3 visits. They're losing at the moment. They won't get 3 points or a point today, but they could force a replay or get to the 3rd qualifying round for the first time in 5 years. We'll update you with more Premier League scores soon, but I can't take my eyes off this game for now. The ball's worked out to Doherty. Good touch from Doherty. He brings it forward. In the end, though, the ball's not quite falling for him. It comes off a Blyth Spartans player and runs through to Alex Mitchell. Mitchell will gracefully, the former Athletic goalkeeper, gratefully has the ball in his arms. Bowls it out to who is right now the match winner, Jack Bodenham. Plays it forward to Hooper, the number 9, who's barely been involved in the second half. That's nice play by Liddell. Back to Hooper again. Hooper plays it forward, and here's Main. This could be danger for Park Avenue. Cedric Main into the area, cuts it back. Hooper on the volley, gets it wrong. Well, it wasn't a volley, it was a shot, and he got it horribly wrong. It's going to be cleared away. Doherty goes to get there. That's a handball and a free kick for Park Avenue. Cedric Main got it on the left, cut the ball back to Hooper, and in the end, he just completely miskicks the ball. And here's now, with it is Hay. He goes back to the goalkeepers. A man down for Blyth Spartans. Cousin Dawson kicks the ball up in the air. And that's going to be won in the air by Lancaster. And it's going to be cleared away. It's going to be cleared all the way back to Sites Kenworthy. It was actually Bodenham who got a touch to it. And Sites Kenworthy rolls it out. Park Avenue, for me, right now, are the team in the ascendancy. But they just can't manage to find a way through at the moment. Preston's header hitting the post. Doherty nearly fouled in the area. Here is Preston on the ball now. Can he do much with it? Preston goes in field. Here's Colville. Colville plays it forward to Dunstan. Plays it through to Longbottom. You saw the idea, but too much on it. Runs through to the goalkeeper, Mitchell. Osadibe out to the right. Might have been a better option. Hickey is down here in the middle of the park, though. So the play is going to stop. I can finally catch a breath for a moment. While I'm doing that, I will update you with some Premier League scores. And the Premier League scores, Tottenham Hotspur trail at home to Sheffield United. Goal scored from Gustavo Hamer in that one. Fulham lead Luton Town by a 1-0. Goal scored by Carlos Vinicius. West Ham 1, Man City 2. Bernardo Silva has given City the lead there. And Man United are losing 3-1 now at home to Brighton. That's a bit of a shock there at Old Trafford. I say a shock. Brighton and Hove Albion are no slouches themselves. And Aston Villa still trail by a 0-0. And there's also a change as well. Oliver Johnson has come on for Bradford Park Avenue for Gianluca Havern. Mark Bauer going all out attack now. Another change. I will update you with the Bradford City score as well. They're still 0-0 with Harrogate Town. But as just Ollie Johnson has come on, I can confirm, to replace Gianluca Havern. It just means Park Avenue really are going all out, and a man down for Blyth Spartans at the moment. I believe it's Jordan Hickey who's still down, receiving treatment. There's not long to go in the game, though. We've got just over 10 minutes, plus any added time there'll be. 3rd change of the game for Park Avenue, and the first one that's not forced through injury. But Gianluca Havern, I can just see him on this touchline now talking about the penalty decision, it looks like. Park Avenue were not happy with it. Either way, Park Avenue. And there's going to be a change coming as well for Blyth Spartans. In fact, their first change of the game, actually. I will confirm who it is. I believe it is going to be the injured player who is substituted. Hickey isn't going to last much longer. And coming on is actually going to be, I will confirm in a moment, it's going to be Harry Arneson. Harry Arneson comes on, and going off is indeed Jordan Hickey. A fine display from the number 8 in the middle of the park, and Harry Arneson, the number 23, is going to come on for Blyth Spartans. Blyth, as it stands, are heading to the third qualifying round of the FA Cup, but Park Avenue might have something to say about that in the final 10 minutes or so. The game is only 1-0. A first-half goal from Jack Bodenham, the difference between the two teams. As Colville heads it up in the air, that's going to be headed away by Liddell. It's gone out of play for a throw-in. A Dunstan. Can Bradford Park Avenue get the replay or even go over and score 2 goals and get the win? Would be in an extra game of replay, but either way, Park Avenue might well want their Wembley run. Might want to run to Wembley, you never know. Hay plays one, it's deflected. Long bottom turns, and that is at a foul. It is a foul. The first involvement for Harry Arneson is to commit a foul on Will Longbottom. Smart play from Longbottom, actually. Got the turn, and then he was brought down, and Longbottom's going to take a free kick into the area of the number 11. He's grown into the game that's gone on, Longbottom. 4 goals so far this season. He's going to maybe get one in, is he? Or is he going to go short? He might have gone short there to Hay. He is going to go down the line to Johnson. His first touch of the game. It's a poor one, and it's going to be cleared away. In fact, Johnson wastes that completely. It's a throw into Blyth Spartans, and just what they could have done without their Park Avenue. Free kick in a promising position, and in the end, they completely wasted it in truth. Ball down the line, miscontrolled, and then Blyth Spartans have a throw. Taken by Oliver. And it's going to be won, the ball. Ball's going to be won by Lancaster. An attacking change from Mark Bauer taken off of Verne. And that's going to be cleared away, and a Dunstan will get it back to his goalkeeper, Sites Kenworthy. Not really had too much to do either other than pick the ball out of his net in truth. The ball's headed away. And that's going to be Cousin Dawson gets there. A Dunstan now has it. Can a Dunstan do anything with it? He finds Doherty. Good play by Doherty. Goes through. Oh, he went to go through in the end. It's given away. Is a Dunstan onside? He is. And Dunstan cuts it back to Colville. Colville plays one in. It's a high hanger. It's got in! Park Avenue equalised! I do not think Colville meant it, but he will not care. Harry Colville, the number 7, has equalised for Park Avenue. Here at Croft Park, where on earth did that come from? The ball seemed to be in the air for an age. But Harry Colville, he's not had many touches in the game. His cross, he might say he meant it, but I don't think I'd believe him if he said that. But either way, out of absolute nowhere, Bradford Park Avenue are level. Harry Colville's cross completely eludes everyone and lands in the bottom corner. It looked like it was going nowhere, and it lands in the bottom corner, and Bradford Park Avenue are level. And judging by the last 15-20 minutes, you cannot say it's not really deserved. Harry Colville 1-1 at Croft Park, and as it stands, we're going to a replay. But where on earth did that come from? Where on earth did that come from, indeed? Bradford Park Avenue are level. Well, they've had their chances to score today. I won't even class that as a chance. But either way, they are level. And Colville has been the quietest out of the attacking players by some distance. Well, he's got the equaliser. A place where Park Avenue have won on each of their last 3 visits. And they're level now. The ball's played through, and this might be an opportunity. Blyth Spartans come forward. Good challenge by Colville himself. And Bradford haven't got the bit between their teeth. They've given the ball away. It's with Oliver. Oliver goes out to O'Donnell. O'Donnell goes to play one in. He cuts it back. It's with Arneson. Cousin Dawson. And out of nowhere, Park Avenue. Oh, and that's cleared away. It's cleared away, and all of a sudden now, Blyth Spartans are starting to attack again. Cousin Dawson has it now. And he's found his man just about there. It was actually Forbes who was just nearly turned into trouble, but got it away nonetheless. Here's Bodenham. Scored 1 goal already today, and the ball's back now. It's played back, and here comes the man forward. It's played into the air. It's Main. Main with a shot. Oh, it's wide. Cedric Main got in behind. He takes the shot. It looked like it might have been headed for the bottom corner. Instead, it goes wide. Well, we only have about 6 minutes before the 90 are up. It's 1-1 at Croft Park. Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1. I must say as well, Harry Colville's equaliser. We might not see a goal all season as strange as that. And there's actually a talking to here. I believe it might be the referee is talking to someone. Either way, what an opportunity that was then. It was Cedric Main who's had so many opportunities today. Ball was played through to him. Main put it across the 6-yard box. The ball just drifted wide of the far post. Still 1-1 at Croft Park. FA Cup second qualifying round. If it stays like this, then we will have a replay in just over 48 hours at the Horsefall Stadium. Well, Harry Colville might not believe his luck. If I was Harry Colville, I might have gone the lottery numbers tonight after that goal. Because it was some goal, it's fair to say. And whether he meant it or not, who cares? As Johnson goes to get there. Johnson wins a free kick. Free kick given against Johnson. He got a push in the back there. The referee is not impressed. Well, no, the referee, sorry. The fans aren't impressed with the referee, but either way, play goes on. Johnson to Preston. Can Park Avenue try and come forward now? Preston to Hay. Oh, and in the end, Hay's giving it away. And now Main controls it. Cedric Main coming forwards. He's charged, plays down by Colville, but he still has it. And now here's a chance. There could be a chance for McGowan. McGowan goes inside. Plays it back through to McGowan. It's given away. And that, in the end, is a poor ball. It was a really poor ball back to him by Arneson. The substitute got that wrong. The fans around me of Blyth are furious. Oh, Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1, FA Cup second qualifying round. Well, after the first 20 minutes, I was wondering how I was going to keep you guys entertained in this game. But after the second half, I haven't had any troubles doing that because it has been a very entertaining second half. Sights Kenworthy kicks one forward. Johnson heads it on. Finn Cousin-Dawson away. There's Arneson who controls it and just about gets there. The ball's played away. Here now is Hooper. He finds Arneson, but it's given away. Doherty then wins it. Ball then played forward. O'Donnell. He plays it forward. It's not going to go anywhere, though. In fact, it's going to be given to Lancaster. Preston can control it, can he? Cousin-Dawson climbs on his back and heads it away. And Finn Cousin-Dawson. Bradford City, by the way, trail at home to Harrogate Town 1-0. Not good news for Mark Hughes' side, who starts of the season's going from bad to worse at the moment. Hay is going to be to take the throw in. We have about 3.5 minutes of additional time to go. Preston gets the ball headed away from him. And the ball now is with McGowan. Well, since the equaliser, Blyth Spartans have gotten back on top, really, it's got to be said. And they've not really created much, but they've got back on top as the ball's played out wide now. And the ball is with Oliver. And here is, well, it's on the right-hand side. It's good play by Main. Cedric Main into the area. Goes on, Cedric Main. Still goes. Really good challenge, though. That's a brilliant piece of play. It was actually by, I believe, Lewis Hay who got there. Well, fair play to Lewis Hay. He's thrown into this game earlier, which you wouldn't have been expecting to, and he's coped pretty well. And he does well there. Good challenge on Cedric Main. Well, after watching Cedric Main's performance today, barring his end product at times, I understand why he got a National League move, because he has been some handful in this game. Every time he's had the ball, he's like lightning with the ball at his feet. However, he has also missed some big chances, so maybe the praise might be a bit too high there, but even so, ball headed through, and that will be cleared away by Lancaster. Lancaster now finds a Dunstan, and a Dunstan in possession. Oh, and in the end, a Dunstan's ball, and that's a bit of a poor one forward. No Park Avenue players getting to that, and it's going to be let go out of play by Alex Mitchell. Well, anything Alex Mitchell's had to do today, he's done well, but I mean, I'd have a lot of sympathy for him with a goal because I don't think anyone thought that was going in. The ball seemed to hang in the air for an absolute age before landing in the corner of his net. And Alex Mitchell about to take the goal kick, and the Blyth Spartans fans asking him to hurry up. And Hooper goes to get there. It's going to be headed, though, by Colville. And well controlled in the middle of the park by Arneson. Given away, though, cheaply. Here's Longbottom. Longbottom now to Ollie Johnson. Johnson, since coming on, has seen a bit of the ball. Ball played over the top. It's a good ball to Hay. Hay gets there on the left-hand side. He's looking for a touch. He finds Preston. What can Preston do with it? He's after the overlap, but Preston goes inside. Preston crosses one in. It's headed away for a corner. I didn't need to touch that, the left back. Michael Liddell took absolutely no chances with it. Preston cut inside there, crossed one in. His cross was going to nobody, while Michael Liddell who just heads it behind for a corner, which Longbottom will take. And Longbottom, it's going to be to take it. And we only have about a minute of additional time to play. A ground where Park Avenue won on their last 3 visits. Longbottom takes it. It's a good in-swinger. It's headed away for a corner. Another corner. Headed away into the trees. It was a good, strong header away. I'm not quite sure who got there. It was actually Arneson who got there. It was a good header from the substitute, that. Going towards his own goal. They can always be dangerous, but he gets a good header away. Longbottom will take it. Another corner, same side, in-swinger. Far right-hand side from where I'm sitting. Longbottom, it will be to take it. Longbottom and Bradford Park Avenue have a lot of players forward here, so they might be a bit susceptible to the counter-attack. Either way, Longbottom takes it again. It's going to be headed away. Didn't beat the first man, that one. Not the best delivery from the number 11. And Longbottom goes to take it, but he will leave it to a Dunstan. Back from suspension, a Dunstan. He's having had a lively game. Throw-in taken, it's headed away. A Dunstan might get there again. He's given it away, though. And here is Cedric Main. Main plays one over the top. Hay heads it away. 5 added minutes here at Croft Park. Will one of the teams find a winner and avoid a second qualifying round replay? Johnson loses it, but in the end, he's covered by Colville. The man whose goal right now is the reason we're nearly going to a replay. Given away to Cedric Main, though. Chested on by Hooper. O'Donnell goes to get there. Good defending by Lancaster. Osadibe goes to turn. He can't turn. He does well there, though, Osadibe. Brilliant play. Johnson. Oh, good play from Johnson. Preston. A free kick's been given. I don't know why the advantage wasn't just played there, because, well, Park Avenue had the ball. 5 added minutes at the end of this game. Right now, it's Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1 at Croft Park in Northumbria. Here is Longbottom. Played round the corner from Johnson to Preston. Preston now. Can he get the ball in? He can. It's going to be headed away. Only his father. It's a chance on the volley. Oh, it's wide. It was Brad Doherty it came to. The header fell to Doherty. And in the end, he just couldn't quite guide it on goal. It was wide. That might have been the chance of Park Avenue to win it. And they haven't been to the third qualifying round in 5 years. And Brad Doherty may have saw his name up in lights there, but his shot in the end always going just wide. Ball's played up towards Main. Dunstan gets there. Doherty goes to get there, but he can't quite. We have around 5 minutes. Well, we have 5 minutes. I'm sorry, the board's already been put up. Dunstan wins his side of throw-in. If anyone's likely to win it at this moment in time, it might be Park Avenue, as the throw-in is given back to Sites Kenworthy. Preston goes to get there. The ball's headed away. Colville goes to get there. He's beaten to it, though, by O'Donnell. Hooper. And Hooper then gives it back, gives it away. Doherty has it. There's a chance here. It's 3-on-2. Doherty plays it through. It's Osadibe. Chinenu Osadibe chips it. It's straight at the goalkeeper. What an opportunity for Osadibe. He should have. Oh, what a chance. Osadibe with a golden opportunity to win it for Park Avenue. And it's straight at the goalkeeper in the end. What a chance. Ball comes forward now, though, with Cedric Main, and Main plays it through. It's a chance. It's wide. Oh, what a chance this time for Blyth Spartans. I'm just about catching my breath here, people, but this is what a chance. The ball was played through. I believe it was the substitute Arneson who had the opportunity, either him or McGowan. And the shot goes wide, a combination of wide and over. Well, I mentioned Doherty saw his name up in lights. Osadibe must have saw them up in lights in capitals, because he had the chance. In the end, it was a tame, weak finish. Credit to the goalkeeper, Mitchell. He came out and made it difficult, but either way, Sites Kenworthy's goal kick. Johnson might get there. He doesn't. It's a throw-in to Park Avenue. I thought we were going to avoid a replay with that Osadibe chance, but even so, Park Avenue came to a team a division above them and made a fantastic account of themselves. The ball's then laid off by Hooper to O'Donnell. Here's Cedric Main. We're not done yet. Cedric Main miscontrols. Blyth Spartans won every home game here this season. Main plays one in. It's a deep one. Sites Kenworthy gets there and does well. He holds it and he stays down, Sites Kenworthy. Maybe a little bit of gamesmanship there. Well, Bradford Park Avenue will be the first team to avoid defeat at Croft Park this season, and they've had to work hard for it, but they might have won it themselves with Osadibe. And ball played forward by Sites Kenworthy. Headed away by Cousin Dawson. There can't be many of the 5 added minutes to go. We might be in the final few seconds, in fact. Ball's played forward. Hooper controls well. It's Blyth Spartans who are looking the team more lightly at the moment. As the ball's now played forward, Doherty, can he get there? He can. It's Doherty wins it, Preston. Doherty and Colville, can he get the ball before he loses out? He loses out, actually, but in the end, Blyth Spartans players can't decide between them who gets it. Here is Forbes now. Forbes goes out wide. O'Donnell has it. Will there be another twist in the tail? O'Donnell goes out wide again. Here's Oliver. Oliver's cross into the middle. It's a header, is it? No, it's a volley. It's cleared away. It's on the edge of the area. It's O'Donnell. It's blocked. It's cleared away. And Bradford Park Avenue survive. Balls come forward. What an entertaining game this has been in the second half. Blyth Spartans are the ones pushing. The home crowd behind them. Another opportunity maybe. A cross comes in. Sads Ken Murphy will get there. Yes, he will. And he'll happily take it. Is that the end? It is the end. The full-time whistle blows at Croft Park. The FA Cup second qualifying round. The final score is Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1. Blyth Spartans opened the scoring in the first half, the National League North side. It was a goal by centre-back Jack Bodenham, the Welsh international, with a brilliant left-footed shot into the bottom corner. After that, both teams had several chances to score, but in the end, it's got to be said, Bradford Park Avenue's goal, they won't score a luckier one than it all season. The ball was played to Harry Colville, and a cross. It's got to be called a cross-come shot because he crosses it, and it just loops up in the air. It hangs in the air for a while, and it lands in the bottom corner, and that was the one. That was 1-1, and after that, both teams had plenty of chances. It was chances galore in this game. Neither team could take the winning chance. We will be back for a replay at the Horsfall Stadium on Monday evening. The final score in the FA Cup second qualifying round here at the Horsfall Stadium. I've been Samuel Wright. It's Blyth Spartans 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1. Thank you for joining me.